loves, and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. My name is Morgan, and today I'm going to run through all the bags in my collection that I've loved so much I've bought a second one. For me personally, buying a bag isn't always about having the newest or the latest style. It's about finding the right bag that works for me. And sometimes when I find a bag that works for me, it's something I already have but a different size or different color. And I think that explaining where each one works in my wardrobe will give you some helpful hints on which one of these bags might work better in your wardrobe. Now, some of them are just the same bag in a different color, some of them are in a different fabric, some of them are in a different size. So I'm going to run through each pair of bags and tell you why I bought the second one and what I use it for and why it's such a great bag. If you saw my last video, you saw me compare the two of these bags. So I'm not going to go into detail in these two. I'll pop that video up on the screen if you want to watch it. This is the Louis Vuitton Pochette metis, and I have it in the empreinte leather and the canvas. These are great everyday bags. I got this one first, and then a few months later I was trolling Instagram and I saw a photo of a girl wearing this with the pink Gucci loafers, and they were a perfect match. And I already own the pink Gucci loafers, and I was looking for the perfect pink bag to go with them because I love those shoes so much. So I'm so glad I picked this one up because honestly they're both great bags. This one is great year round and this one is more of a summer bag, but I love both of them. I use both of them and they're great in my collection. My second pair of bags comes from the brand Valentino. This was probably the first time I added the same bag to my collection. So first I had this bag, which as you can see is very well loved. I still use it. It's a little scratched up here. But this is a great tote bag. I don't use it as much as I used to because I'm into smaller bags. But then when the rainbow came out, I had to add the mini. This one I believe is like the standard, like the medium, and this one's the mini. This one's stuffed right now, so it has a better shape that you can see. They both have a long strap with them. The minis is tucked inside. But I think this is a great everyday tote bag. This is great for travel. I now take this one to the beach or the pool sometimes because this one is quite well loved and I'm not so precious about it anymore. And then this one is just great with any outfit. It is the statement. I think it's a super great unique bag to have in my collection and I'll never be getting rid of it. With the two of these bags, I had this one for quite a while before I had this one. So it wasn't like an immediate thing, like I was so in love with this I needed another one. It was just that this came out in this color. I think it came out in this size as well, but I didn't want the exact same. So I went for something that I would use in different situations. This one you can even wear in evening because it's quite small. And this one is definitely a day bag. The next pair I have, I actually bought them together with the intention of wearing together. This is a Jacquemus Le Vanity and Petite Vanity. I reviewed these bags in my nano bag video, which I'll also pop up on the screen. Honestly, I wear these together, but if you were gonna get one, get this one. It fits something. This fits nothing. This is like a piece of jewelry. This is the only time I bought the same bag at the same time. The reason why I bought both is I saw them styled together and I just thought like I really wanted this one, but I was like, okay, if I'm gonna get this one, I'm gonna have to carry something else, so I might as well get the same one, so at least I can fit like my card and my key inside of here, because this like literally fits mints. The next bags I have might technically be called a small leather good, but they are these Louis Vuitton, they're like double pouches. I honestly wasn't even looking to add these to my collection. Got this one first, and I was actually looking for the Never Full or the On The Go tote in this, like where it's like the pink on one side and the like red on the other, but they were sold out everywhere. I wasn't about to get them resale because there's a huge markup on them on the resale market and I wasn't going to pay above retail. So I was at Selfridges and I was like, do you have anything in the large logo in this color combination? He was like, you're in luck, I have one piece left. When he brought this out and I tried it on, it has a little chain strap you can attach here, so it can be like crossbody or on the shoulder, or you can take it off and it can be a clutch. I just kind of fell in love with it and I was like, you know what, I want to add a piece from this collection to my collection, and it was limited edition. And I also thought there's such a demand for these on the resale market that if it ends up not being the bag for me, I could always resell it. But fortunately, I love this bag. It's super versatile and I'm gonna keep it in my collection. The Christmas collection came around and this was my favorite design from the Christmas collection with the little hot air balloon, and they did not do this on the mini pochette, so I was like, well, you know what, I'll add another one because I already know that I love the bag. And I also got this one at Selfridges in London. So these are quite affordable once you get the tax back, like if you're traveling. I also didn't do bags for this Christmas collection, so I just thought the pouch would be great because I already have the experience with it. I already know that I use it and I love it. This is such a great way to add a limited edition piece from Louis Vuitton without having to pay thousands of dollars for a full handbag. But also it functions as a regular handbag because it has the chain. It's not an item I ever really thought about like, oh, I need that item in my collection, but it's one that I get a lot of use out of. Next pair of bags is also one that you've seen on my nano bag collection video if you've watched that already, and it's these tiny little square, trendy, technically called wallet on a chains. Now, these to me are just like tinier, minier versions of the Chanel Square Mini. I went in to try the Square Mini actually, and I first bought this one in the Dubai duty-free store because they had this, and when I compared this to the Square Mini, it was a fraction of the price. I like how it sits on my body better. This is one of the best bags I have in my collection. I wear this all the time. On an evening out with like any outfit, this looks amazing. And then when I saw it came in pink, in this gorgeous baby pink, I like could not add this to my collection. This is my versatile use all the time bag, and this one I do use more in the summer or with light colors, but I have a lot of pink in my wardrobe, so I get my use out of both. I'll never get rid of them because these are such special little bags and they're so hard to come across. The next bags I have are from Balenciaga, and I love this bag. I have 3 of them and I'm looking to add a 4th. I want one in every size. This is honestly the best designer bag. I mean, I love Chanel, they're my favorite fashion house, but if you need a rough use bag that's durable, it's gonna look great for years, this Balenciaga City bag is amazing, and there's a size to fit every need. So this is the Nano. This was also on my Nano bag review video, but I'll just say like this is mostly what I use on evening out or if I want the tiny bag look. This is the newest one that I have. The first one I got is this one, and Ronnie gave this to me for my birthday, my 25th birthday. Now 29, I've had this bag for 4 years, and just like look at it, like it's one of those bags that just gets better with age because it's meant to look slouchy and a little worn in, but the hardware is chic and sleek and dresses it up, and I just love this bag. Like, it's so durable. I can put it on the floor underneath the seat in the airplane. I also put this on my best travel bags video, which will be linked below, and it's just, I get so much use out of it. There's a zipper pocket inside and 2 pockets, and this can go from travel to day to night because this is the small size. There is a mini size between the Nano and the small size, which I want to get a bright color because I think that's a perfect size for a pop of color for any outfit, and this one is more of like an everyday bag. This can fit, I can put like a water bottle in here, a notebook, my wallet. Like if I'm like schlepping around to meetings, like this is a great bag because I can fit everything I need for the day. I don't have to be super precious with it, even though I am careful with my bags. But if you're not, this is a great one. And then I loved that so much that I got the medium. Now this is like my carry-on bag. I will say I did add the Fendi strap. I got both of these at the Bicester Village outlet, the strap and the bag. And I will say this one's heavy. So this is not a great everyday bag, but this is a good like weekend bag, like carry-on bag. It's huge, it's like massive. You can fit so much in here. This is the strap that it comes with. As you can see, it's a small strap that like will barely go on your shoulder. You definitely can't fit crossbody. But this one with the Fendi strap, you can put it over like this. It does sit high up, but it serves a function for me. And the beiges are actually pretty much perfect match. And this one doesn't really have loud Fendi branding. This is a great travel bag. This front pocket, you can put change, some money in, credit card, if you're going on the tube or the subway, like one of those cards. And it's quite durable too. I've gotten stuff on it. It's easy to wipe off. These are almost the same. This one's like slightly lighter, but I love this beige so much that they do that like this was perfect because I have dark travel bags, but I wanted something for summer especially. And I think this is such a great one. And also if you're on a beach trip, you could throw some flip-flops and sunscreen and like take this with you to the beach if you really wanted to. Like it can go from your carry-on bag to like a beach bag or something like that. But I wouldn't recommend this for a day-to-day bag. This is super heavy because it's a lot of leather. The next bag I have is one that a lot of people actually add multiple of in their collection. Though I have no plans to add any more of this bag, I do have 2 in my collection. And it is the like classic, medium classic flap. So technically they're slightly different. This one is a single flap and this one is a double flap. And this one's in a tweed and this one's in a caviar. But I added this one first, one because the price point for this was so much lower than the leather one, and I really like that the pocket runs the whole length of the back so I can fit my phone in it. I added this one, and then it took me quite a while to come across this one, and Ronnie got this one for my birthday this year, and this is a 2004 actual gold plated one. You can see me unbox this on my birthday video. I'll link it above. This was like my unicorn bag that I had to add to my collection, and I will always have in my collection. But I will say the medium classic flap is not like my favorite bag from Chanel, and it's not one I want to add multiple of because I don't really find it that functional. It doesn't fit enough to be like an everyday when I need a lot of stuff, but it's bigger than like when I want to wear a mini bag. So I don't know, it's this weird in between that doesn't work for me very well. But the single flap, I will say, has a little more room, and this one, because it's not as structured, you can fit a little more in it. So I do like the single flap, and I might add a black vintage single flap maybe later on. But for now, these are the perfect ones for my collection. This one I will say is more delicate. It is tweed. This is not one I recommend for your first designer bag. This is not one I recommend if you have a small collection. This is one where you have all your bases covered and you want to add a very special piece. This is a very special piece. It's beautiful. You have to be very careful with like what jewelry you're wearing with it, what outfits you're wearing with it, because the tweed can pull very easily, but I love it so much. It's so perfect because this one has silver hardware and this one has gold hardware. So I wear a lot of pink, and I have both my bases covered no matter what jewelry I want to wear if I want to wear a classic flap. You'll see a lot of people buy these in so many colors. You won't see me doing a leather double classic flap in a bunch of colors. I'm not so in love with it in terms of how the bag functions that I could do that for my collection. In next two handbags, I could see me adding even more colors in. My first ever YouTube video was actually a review of my black version of this bag, and I've just recently added a pink version, and it is the Chanel COCO handle. I love this bag. I'll pop that video up here and I'll link it down below so you can, I go in depth on the features and everything about this bag. I love this bag so much. I think it's so much of a better value than the classic flap. It fits so much more. It's more versatile. You get more for your money, and the strap is removable so you can wear it on your arm, on your shoulder. It's a very ladylike bag. It almost looks vintage in such a way that it's like a timeless shape. Even though it's not technically part of their classic range yet, they do them in different colors almost every season, and I am obsessed with it. I want to add a beige one. I would love to add some more fun colors. They're just the best bags. Typically, the pinnacle of a handbag collection is getting your classic double flap black Chanel in gold or silver hardware, depending on your preference. But for me, I wanted a black bag that was really going to function for my day-to-day life and would look good now in my 20s all the way to my 50s and 60s plus. And for me, it was this bag. This is a bag I'm never gonna get rid of. It's always gonna be in my collection, and it just fits so much. I love this one so much after carrying it for a short time that I added a pink and a beige to my mental wish list, and I was in Selfridges. I was actually shopping for some earrings for a friend in Chanel that she wanted me to pick up for her, and I saw this on the shelf and I was like, you have a pink one right now? And they were like, actually we just have one piece, it's from last collection. I was like, I didn't even see this one. Apparently this is from the Egyptian collection they did. I didn't even see the pink one, because when I went and looked at it, they had this like metallic blue, they had a beige, they had some other colors, but maybe in Dubai they didn't get the pink, or it came later or something. Sometimes that happens. But I did not see this when I went and looked at the Egyptian collection in Dubai. And when I saw this sitting on the shelf, I was like, this is me in a bag. This is perfect. This is my everyday pink bag. It's a caviar leather. It's super durable. I love this bag. So it's hard to talk about the sizing, but I tried on the smallest version they make in London Heathrow, and it wasn't for me. This is what they call the medium in Europe. I've seen it called the small in the US, and the smaller one called the mini in the US, but in UK and Europe it's called small, medium, large. So this is the middle size. It's not the biggest size, but this is the middle size. And this bag, I just, now that they've increased their prices on the like classic flaps, it's even more of a drastic difference of how much of a better price this bag is than a classic flap, and it fits so much more than a medium. I need to chill for a while and just enjoy them, but in the future I would add a beige color with gold hardware. It's just such a good bag. It's such a good value. The resale value is great. What I paid for this in London, I could resell it for about $500 more in the US. Not that I'm going to resell it. This will be in my collection forever. But I do take that into consideration if I'm choosing between buying retail or buying resell. This is actually one bag I would recommend buying in the store if you can get your hands on it. I love these because it's how I am in my style. I'm either in a chic black look or I'm in like pink and bright colors. There's no in between. There's no beige and burgundy and brown in my wardrobe. It's like colors or black. Between these two bags, my whole wardrobe is pretty much covered. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it was a bit of fun. I always watch like handbag collection videos, but it's very rare that people really explain why they go for multiples in the same bag. If you'd like another video on any of these other pairs of bags where I go more in depth about each bag and their differences and similarities, leave that in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos. And follow me on Instagram where I post more of my daily fashion looks and travel photos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!